We'll just go straight into the game! Fantastic. Now, I'm actually curious to see what matchup this is. Okay. Okay, that's an Obs and Kashu's Terran. Alright, so Kashu will be the purple Terran in the top right. And Whistler will be the green Zerg in the bottom position. If I can make him green. Excellent. The map once again is Tau Cross. Who's the observer? Ah, it looks like Ace is observing. That's interesting. I thought Ace had a match to play. Anyway, Ace of course is the silver or the second place finisher from the ISL 1 and a teammate of Kashu. They're both on Team SAS. But yeah, I was saying I was interested to see what matchup this would be because Kashu, I think he's primarily Zerg, but he does play random and I guess race pick from time to time. So, oh yeah, that's a good point. Let me turn off Ace's vision. Excellent. So, here we go. Overlord scouting in the right direction. And looks like Ace just leads the game anyway. I don't know what's going on here, if there's lag or something. But we're going to see a TVZ on Tau Cross. Should be interesting. You know, I think I remember actually Day9 talking about this map, saying he actually prefers lurker openings on this map to muta openings. And it was one of his podcasts where he talks about like build timings and stuff and how like you need to push the Terran back with certain numbers of lurkers and things. I can't remember which podcast it was. But anyway, you know, I always try to tie things back to Day9 because he is the man. Meanwhile, looks like an overpull down for Whistler. Now, actually, I wonder if Kashu did actually go random, or he picked Terran. Because obviously, if he was Terran, I think Whistler might want a 12 hatch. I don't overpull against Terran seems a little bit interesting. So I'm afraid I actually don't know what the situation was. Maybe Game can tell me if he's listening. Game, are you listening? Can you tell me? I don't know. Kashu, ooh, looks like he's taking his gas. That's very interesting. He didn't go for any kind of wall. I actually don't know if you can wall here on Tau Cross, to be honest. I mean, it is kind of a narrow choke. I don't know, maybe barracks and depot or something. Not really sure. But anyway, we have the hatchery down. Some lings being made. Looks like 4 lings being made, and the drone. So, gas is being mined. Factory should be built right now. Yes, indeed. And it looks like he's pulled all guys off gas after. Look at that, getting exactly 104 gas. Not any more gas than he needs to make just a factory. And, oh, look at that! A depot block by Kashu. Very interesting. I don't think it actually blocks though. I think does that actually block? Is that actually link tight? Because I know if you put a pylon here, it's link or sorry, no, it's drone tight, but it's not link tight. But yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Anyway, so that will delay the Zerglings a little bit. I wonder if he's gonna build a depot here. Yes, indeed he will. But as I said, I don't think this is link tight. Is it actually link tight? Okay, okay, it is link tight then. All right, I guess it's link tight. I guess depots are better than pylons. Once again showing that Terran is imbalanced. I think I just hit my microphone too. I hope I didn't blow up anyone's speakers. So as you begin to see the lair, it is going to be a 2-hatch build. And look at that, not going to finish the depot, of course. Does want to be able to cancel that when he wants to leave his base. And I think it's just going to be a 1 Vulture expand. 1 factory, 1 Vulture expand. And against a 2-hatch muta, that's going to be quite interesting because, I mean, Goliaths, obviously, with their huge range, are fantastic against mutas. Usually, if Terran goes mech, the mutas will not do much damage at all. However, I'm not sure about the timing here because going for a 1 Vulture expand and then following that up, I would assume with more mech. I don't know actually if he'll be in time to defend these mutas. I'm really not sure. Anyway, oh, taking a hit there. Nicely placed sunken, getting the second gas. I mean, of course, I'm assuming it's 2-edge Spire or 2-edge muta, but it almost certainly is. Yep, there it is. So an Overlord actually is going to float into the mate here. It will see the gas, or I guess although he saw the Vulture already, so it's not going to see anything too surprising. To be honest, I mean, off of one Vulture expand, I don't think there's really too many deviations, too many things you can do. It's almost certainly just standard mech follow-up, so I don't know if this Overlord Scout is really worth it. I'm just trying to think how many, you know, crazy things can you do off this? I don't know. I mean, I don't know, maybe like a weird Marine Goliath thing like Flash did, but it's usually just some standard Goliath shenanigans. Anyway, Whistler should be saving up some larva now so that he will be able to make 6 mutas as soon as his Spire pops. Yes, indeed, saving up the larva. Now, we do have a bunker in the front. There are 5 Marines. Where's the armory? It looks like the armory is just going to finish right now at the same time as the Spire. Is he getting an engineering bay? He is just now getting an engineering bay. This timing, I don't know. Whistler might actually have you know, a 10-20 second window here to do some nice damage. Meanwhile, some Lings checking stuff out. Looks like they will not get past the Vulture. Wow, look at that nice reaction by both players, actually. And yep, Goliath arm production. Goliath range is being researched, but range won't be done for these mutas. 2H muta is quite fast, and looks like he's also getting +1. The engineering bay is about to pop. Is he going to be able to get turrets up in time? I think if he builds turrets as soon as this finishes, he'll barely get them up in time. The mutas are popping right now. There are the mutas. Is he making turrets? Where are the turrets? SCVs. I see one SCV in position. I assume that's to make a turret. Yes, indeed, it is to make a turret. The mutas are on the way. This timing, man, is going to be so close. The turrets are being made right now. Oh, man, this is going to be so ridiculously close. I can't believe it. Looks like they won't be up in time. The Goliaths don't have range yet either. The SCV goes down. The turret is not being constructed right now. Marines unloaded from the bunker. And it looks like a few SCVs were killed. But now the turrets are up in the main, and well, range still has a little bit of a ways to go. The Vulture looks like wasn't able to deny this. I'm a little bit, I don't know, I think he would have been really nice if he killed that drone. But anyway, Whistler is going to get his 3rd base up with his 3rd hatchery. Den is already down, going straight for lurkers actually. Not going to overcommit to these mutas. I think that's a really smart choice, because as I said before, mutas against ranged Goliaths, not exactly the best matchup for the Zerg player. Although I'm a little bit surprised there's no 2nd turret here in the back. Kashu's turret placement seems a bit funky here. I mean, I guess it kind of covers everything, but it's a little bit weird. Usually people place turrets in pairs. But I mean, I guess that could be because he's, you know, not a Terran main, so it doesn't have the greatest building placement, which is fine. Anyway, another drone going out. Whistler going to expand very aggressively here. I think that's the correct move. That's basically how you deal with mech as a Zerg. You just out-expand and out-macro the Terran. Just overwhelm him with units. And, ooh, actually getting Carapace here for his mutas. But here comes the Goliath push. Whistler, actually, this might be a crazy timing that'll catch Whistler off guard. Because Whistler, of course, was going straight for Lurkers. Did Lurker actually finish? Lurkers might have finished. I would hope he didn't cancel it. But I don't see any Hydras out to make into Lurkers. Of course, there is no mobile detection out for Kashu, so a couple of Lurkers would defend everything. And it looks like Whistler is... No, he's not going to suicide his mutas. But yeah, absolutely no sign of mobile detection. Of course, that is the one weakness of mech, is you generally get very, very late mobile detection, aka compsats or vessels. Of course, vessels are always going to be late, but yeah, usually don't get compsat for a long time as well. So your only detection is turrets. And oh my god, I don't know if Kashu saw that base. I actually don't know if those Goliaths walked close enough. If they did see it, he should immediately go over and kill it. But Whistler losing his 3rd base, and yes, looks like Kashu did see it, so Whistler in a lot of trouble right now. He has done some economic damage with these mutas, but I don't think that's enough to justify losing all these drones, both of those bases. Oh my god, drone massacre here. Only 2 drones escape, and Whistler looks like he's in a lot of trouble. He is finally getting some lurkers. But I mean, he's going to have to do some like choosy level lurker drops if he wants to come back here. It's not looking too good. He is getting the Hydra upgrades now. That is, of course, what he wants to deal with the mech. And is Carapace done? Looks like Carapace is not done. He actually cancelled Flyer Carapace. That's interesting. So going for Hydras instead of mutas. Kashu getting a bit supply capped here. And wow, building a preemptive turret at the 3rd base. And another push is coming down. It looks so funny with these Marines walking between the Goliaths. I mean, it's not really the Whistler not paying attention, losing 2 mutas, but there go the lurkers. I don't think there's any detection. Is there going to be a scan? Nope, there's no comsat. So I guess there won't be a scan. So Whistler will be safe here behind these lurkers. But yeah, I was saying the Marine Goliath looks a lot like that Flash anti-muta build, but it's actually not. He didn't make that many Marines. He just had 5. Anyway, Whistler's retaking the mineral only here, and it looks like he is not going to take the space. That's really weird. Well, then again, I mean, he has 1 million gas, so, you know, might as well get a mineral only, but, Looks like +1 is going to finish. Hydra speed as well, after which he will have all of his Hydra ups. And, nope, Kashu will not be able to attack this. He might just go for it and force a cancel here. Oh, man, Kashu. That's not a good idea, yeah. I mean, Mech is pretty nice against lurkers. It does have a ton of HP, but still, you don't want to be taking free shots like that. And look at this. Look at that. Does he even have any Marines to put in there? He still has like 1 Marine. His his barracks is floating. Adding another factory here. And looks like +2 ranged attack is being researched for Whistler. Take a look at the supply counts. 61 against 87. But I mean, Zerg is generally a little bit behind, although against Mech, shouldn't be too much. So, see, I'd still say Kashu is in quite a nice position here, now getting his 3rd base up and running. Whistler, meanwhile, going to try and take his 3rd once again. Is mining away at the mineral only. And Whistler has 1 million gas. I'm not sure what's going on here with his resource management. Maybe he wants to make a few more lurkers or something. I mean, you know, granted, lurkers are not great against Mech, due to the high hit point count and the fact that they don't actually clump as much as Marines do. But still, he's got to find some way to use his gas, man. I don't know. Not really sure what he can do. I do like these patrol. Oh, look at this! I didn't actually notice these patrolling Marines here at the top left for Kashu, making sure Whistler doesn't take either or any of those bases. Meanwhile, Kashu's money is staying nice and low on both minerals and gas, going up to 5 factories, and has a starport now. Not upgrading anything. I guess he just got plus... Oh no, he actually does already have 1-1, so nice upgrades from Kashu. Although Whistler is getting +2 weapons, so it will be, I guess, 2-0 against 1-1 in short order. The command center now finishes for Kashu. Why is this landed here? It's like a weird barracks positioning, I don't know. Anyway, Kashu setting up a nice siege line here, defending his 3 bases. Might want to wall this. Well, I guess with the bunker here should be fine. And Whistler just positioning his Hydras in case the Terran decides to push along here. Whistler going for an attack here. I don't think that's a good idea at all. That is not a good idea at all. Oh man, there are so many units here for Kashu. Not many siege tanks, but with all the Goliaths supporting this, well, the siege tanks are going down. There's 2 siege tanks still in the back. Actually, Whistler is busting through here. I'm a little bit surprised, and by a little bit I mean a lot. But no, he will have to back up, but that was a lot more effective than I thought it would be. I assumed Kashu had a few more siege tanks than he actually did. So, you know, not the worst attack. And the thing is, if you're playing against Mech here as a Zerg, you actually do want to trade armies like this. Army trades are almost always in your favor as a Zerg, because Terran Mech takes so much longer to reproduce and so much more expensive. Whereas with the Zerg, once you get, you know, he's up to 4 bases now almost, and he'll be able to reproduce much quicker and more easily than the Terran. Look at the food counts: 78 against 97, so still a slight lead for Kashu. But Whistler looks like he's going to go with some lurkers and mutas this time. And will he be able to break it? I don't know. There's only 2 siege tanks, it looks like. One more in the back here. And here we go. Mutas, Hydras, and Lurkers. A 3rd siege tank's come down. It has the siege. There goes the comsat. But that's a lot of units for Whistler. But is it going to be enough here? The Lurkers are too far back. The Lurkers are moving forward. SCV's off the line, but there's a Lurker there. SCVs should not be fighting. It looks like Whistler's actually breaking through. So Kashu, despite being in what looks like a great position, is going to lose his 3rd base, I think. The last siege tank will go down. The Marines in the bunker not helping out. Looks like they're not in range.